and welcome to the Manifest That Shit podcast. This is your girl, Latoya Beverly, aka your spiritual guide and business coach. This is a place where we're going to be talking about money, sex, and love, unapologetic, real, raw, uncut, and no strings attached. I'm going to be talking about how to slay, hustle, inspire, and thrive always, because that's what we do here at the Manifest That Shit podcast. So I look forward to seeing you in this upcoming episode. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is season 2, episode 7, and I'm super excited to have you guys here today. I want to talk about some serious business. I want to talk about the different ways that you as a man or a woman can be more successful in being an entrepreneur. So I typically work with entrepreneurs with soul. I call them soulpreneurs. And I've been in my business for the last 5 years, and I want to be able to help other entrepreneurs avoid the repeated mistakes that even I have made, and even I was warned about from some of the top experts in the coaching industry. So when it comes to creating a company or a business, you have to figure out what are some of the unique ways, some of the unique challenges that you are going to be faced with or come up against. So as a new business owner, you're super excited, you're thrilled to be able to have all these amazing ideas, and it's total inspiration that is sparking the flame for you to move forward on your journey and on your path. So I figured, you know what? Let's talk about how can we make this a little bit easier for other entrepreneurs who are really looking to succeed as new thought leaders in the industry as it speaks right now. So I've had already 2 business names, 2 different types of businesses. I started out as a spiritual counselor. I had an integrated wellness center where I worked with other people, and now I'm strictly just online. I do a little spiritual counseling on the side, but I'm strictly online. I have an academy, retreats, and private one-to-one coaching programs. Funny enough, I had all of the right tools that were necessary to help to position me as a high-end coach, but the spiritual aspect with business really blocked me, because there's sometimes this thought and this connotation of you cannot be spiritual and receive money, and money is only for the rich. You know, there were some of these sayings that were around that really blocked me from having the business that I have now, and even starting my consulting firm that I have right now. And so I really had to take a step back. In my earlier days, you know, it was really a lot of fear that was still instilled. This is a new journey. It's a new project. You know, you're the only person basically manning the way. And, you know, you want to learn from your life experiences, but a lot of the time people don't continue to keep up with that passion. So I'm super excited for you, and I'm super proud for you taking this journey to want to be able to serve, lead, and give back to other people. So I am going to go through my 8 tips on how you can avoid the very simple mistakes that most entrepreneurs, even myself, because I'm just like you, that we've all made. So first of all, get very clear as to who your target audience is. When I first started out in my business, I wanted to reach too many people, right? The net was thrown, and I figured, well, whoever I catch, I will just work and I'll go with that. Now, as a spiritual teacher as well, I knew that the energy that I was reflecting out, as well as in, that I was going to receive people who were very attracted to my business naturally. Even though I had at the time wanted to work with so many people, there was a specific group for my spiritual counseling. I was working with people who were dealt with trauma, and PTSD, and I wanted to help people with their story and to heal in their lives. And so it's very, very unique that I ended up attracting a huge LGBTQ following and clientele, and I felt super blessed. It wasn't, later on I started to attract, straight women, and, and so I was helping a lot of gay males and lesbian couples, and, it was very unique to me, and I really took that seriously, and so I was very open to it. So even though you have one train of thought, and you need to be clear about this quote unquote niche, sometimes depending on the type of business that you have, which could be in person, like I was doing at my wellness center, and now I have a presence online and I'm attracting more women in what I'm doing. You have to be clear, but also be open to how your business is going to end up forming. So if you have clarity with your purpose and what you're intending to do, having pure intentions and then letting the rest go, to be honest with you guys, is really how you're going to hone in on your purpose and then be able to take action from there. Who you're going to attract is up to the universe, but also depending on if you have a certain product or you are presenting a certain service and it strictly is just for women, then be clear about that, right? Or if you're a man and you're just looking to work with men, then be clear about that vision. Make sure that your values align and can be also maintained over time. When I started my business, Manifest Your Legacy, it was a name and it was a brand that could be extended over time. I'm helping people to build their legacy. I'm helping people to build an empire, a dynasty, to be moguls within their own right? And so it's extremely important that you are in alignment with your values and what you're doing and how you're going to be represented in the community and what you're going to be giving back to, right? Because you're creating a culture. I know some of you guys have worked a 9-to-5 job and you have been in that place, in that space that you may have not cared for or liked, but there's a lot that you can learn from that corporate environment, and what you would take away from that unhealthy, toxic situation and how you would actually make it better, right? Because you know what's most important to you. You know exactly what type of culture you want to create, and also the finances in your business to reflect where you're going. So the second piece is ask for as much feedback. When I was in high school, I used to ask my English teacher, can you please review my essay and just mark it up? I loved the red pen because the red pen is what is going to help me to get closer to that A, right? And so in business, getting feedback from other people is going to help you to get closer to your A game. When you start a business, you're focusing on what problem you have to solve and how you can get your vision out there. And so you want to be able to work with a coach. You want to have some type of or consulting firm or some type of agency. You want to be able to have friends even. I wouldn't say friends too much, but those who are in alignment and who are like-minded to help you to build you and to know what your clientele is going to be about and what your community is going to be about. What is the creation? And again, getting very, very clear, circling back to that clarity. The third one is, as a business owner, you have to know where your priorities are, right? I have been stuck and burnt out because I was so involved in my business and not really taking myself out of my business to be able to go out, let my business have the automation, let it have the systems, let things be in place, and then remove myself out of that equation so that way I can go forth and do what I need to do. I think it's super important to set the priorities for every single day. Whether you get a CRM and you're collecting information, you're getting the sales calls and you're collecting the information from your potential clients, if you have a consulting firm or an agency, is there a MailChimp or an active campaign that you're using to help you, and is there a Hootsuite that can help you to automate all your posts for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, so that way you can take yourself out of your business and really make time for that creative energy and that physical energy to go out and to accomplish what you need to accomplish in your day. And so when you are able to prioritize things, you're able to step up and be a true leader. The true leader within yourself is someone who has to balance out the feminine and the masculine energy. You have the idea, feminine piece, and then you have the inspired action, masculine piece. When it comes to focus and prioritizing and getting clear, this is a movement, you guys. You want to be able to embrace what you're doing, and you want to start measuring your responsibilities as a leader. How do you want to go out into the world, and how do you want to affect change and impact people? Now, this could be very new for you as an entrepreneur in the world of entrepreneurship, but I believe that you have the way of being authentic, creating your own way, and it can really help you to create a whole new reality about being yourself, standing in your truth, and not feeling like you are judged, right? Because you have to be the leader. You have to be the CEO. And that's where it really takes, right? You're going from victim mode, like, oh my God, I don't know if people are going to like my business, if they're going to judge me for this word, that word, and if I misspelled this, and it doesn't matter. All true leaders fail multiple times. Wasn't it Michael Jordan who sat there and said that if you're not failing, then, he fell so many times in his career, and then he was the best in the world and then still claimed to be the best in the world, right? Look at Kobe Bryant. He had all kinds of issues and things like that throughout his early part of his career. He was great, but then he had to scale back and he had to refine who he was as a leader and how he wanted to create a legacy for the long term. So, in being able to connect with your audience, you need to form a really strong relationship with people. Once you're clear, once you get your priorities straight, once you figure out the type of leader that you want to be able to be and the culture you want to be able to present, you really need to build relationships with, whether it's men, women, your mentors, and really getting that support team, creating a tribe that is going to straight up give you exactly what you need in the negative and the constructive, the positive, the upbeat. It takes a serious, it takes courage to be able to be connected to other people, because sometimes you could be an introvert because you're so fearful, you're so afraid that you don't want to really step out and be you, right? Because there's this level of expectation that what if I don't get the sale? What if I'm not an expert? What if they don't believe me, right? But you being a leader and being the CEO in your company really positions you to say, you know what? You're taking some fucking balls and you are coming out here and you're doing whatever you need to do in this new venture, and you're creating some serious self-awareness, and you're able to go and shake somebody else's hand and say, I'm like you too. And so dealing with those feelings, you deal with guilt. Sometimes there's this extra added pressure, essentially, when you're getting started. And some people don't need to see or know or hear or understand your vision. When I got started, you guys, I felt guilty because my family didn't understand what I was doing, and that I really wanted to go out here and help so many people. I wanted to build relationships. I wanted to always have the intention of being a full-time entrepreneur going out and being able to take care of my family, take care of my kids, and not be bogged down. And I wish, and I prayed for, a long time, and I just was so fearful, right? I had this guilt of like, wow, you can't be more successful than other people. Even when I was dating, I was like, oh my God, I had to really, lift things up and figure out, okay, do I date a normal guy, or do I date a guy who's already successful, who understands what an application is, and really, going balls to the wall in business or education? I had a lot of guilt. So when you're looking to prioritize your feelings, I think it's very, very important that you be present. It's important that you be here in the moment and you allow for yourself to have daily rituals, is what I call them, and do whatever serves you, and when you need to take a time out because you feel that shadow of guilt coming in, then, breathe, meditate, go to yoga, go work out, go for a hike. Do what is going to serve your soul and your spirit the best. So bottom line, it all comes down to you can have it all. You can do all of your creative projects, maybe not all at one time, but the blessing of it is that you create your own realities, your own destiny, and we are all figuring it out. And I want you to go out and fail as much as you possibly can, because at the end of the day, you're learning a lesson in how you would do it better the next time. And then that next time that you do it better, you are bringing your own self into your business, and you are affirming personal development. You're affirming your entrepreneurship or your soulpreneurship. And you're going out with the true intentions that you're a freaking boss bitch, period. That you're bossing up and that you're doing exactly what you need to do because you're taking charge of everything that you need to take charge in. So I hope that you understand that although you could make mistakes, right, and not putting all the places and the systems and planning things and not putting, not even, when I was charging $80 an hour per session, oh my God. And then I changed all of that and I started charging my worth. You guys, that was light. That was just a light in my day. And the confidence came. And being spiritual as fuck came. And I could charge for what my services were because I knew exactly who I am in my business and what I provide. I help people change their stories and take their stories to create a powerful business and to do everything from A to Z. Because I know how to do a lot of great things, and I have a huge team of amazing experts who are so good at branding and Facebook ads and, content creation. I mean, I have a fabulous freaking team because I'm able to piece everything together to help you to build a very strong foundation in your business. And that is extremely important, as well as being spiritual as fuck. You can still be a yoga teacher, a Reiki healer, a spiritual coach. You can meditate your way through. But at least set up something that's going to be feasible for you. Whether you're charging $80 an hour, whether you're charging $3,000 or $5,000, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You still have to have a good system, a good plan, prioritize, get clear, and lead the way. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next podcast, Manifest That Shit. If you have any questions, reach out to me at info@manifestyourlegacy.com. See you guys soon. Take care. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Manifest That Shit podcast with me, your host, LaToya Beverly. I am your spiritual guide and business coach. If you want to hear more about my services and how you can work with me one-to-one, feel free to reach out to me at manifestyourlegacy.com. or follow me on IG at Manifest Your Legacy or Facebook at Manifest Your Legacy Today. I so look forward to connecting with each and every single one of you and touching your soul and heart. And you know how I like it, honey. Real, raw, uncut, no bullshit, and no strings attached. Just all success and all love. So I look forward to seeing you on another episode.